What guys, Squizzle Marine here. I'm here to talk to you about the 5 game modes that Evolve have brought out. Just taking the fact that Evolve may bring out more in the future, but these are the 5 that have been shown and confirmed, and I will show you them in detail. Hunt is the most well-known game mode that Evolve have come up with. In fact, the first game mode they came up with in the first place to actually create the game. I won't spend too much time talking about it because it's the most well-known game mode. However, 4 hunters are set out to destroy 1 monster, and they have to try and kill it before the monster gets to level 3 in evolution. If the monster gets to level 3, it can take out a generator, which then defeats the game if it doesn't kill all the hunters off. Here is the tutorial video in case you're still wondering how the fuck it works.
In Hunt mode, a Stage 1 monster has been spotted in the area. Hunters are called in to eliminate the monster threat as quickly as possible. The monster gets a head start at Stage 1 and needs to flee the area, kill wildlife, eat to gain energy, and stage up to become bigger and more powerful. The hunters arrive shortly after the monster and must track down, trap, and kill the monster before it gets too big. Monster tracks, broken trees, animal corpses, and bird sign are all indicators of the monster's presence. The round ends when one team is eliminated, or the monster makes it to Stage 3 and destroys the power relay.
Okay, the next game mode is Rescue. Basically, the hunters have to revive and escort survivors to a ship that will then evacuate them. However, while trying to do this, the one monster is trying to kill all the survivors as well as the hunters to try and win the game. If the hunters manage to rescue enough people, then they win, but if the monster manages to kill enough of the survivors, then it wins. And again, here's the tutorial video in case you have no fucking idea what I'm saying.
The hunters have been called in for a search and rescue mission. A monster has attacked the facility and is still in the area. Groups of colonists have fled into the wilderness. Hunters need to locate, revive, and lead each group of survivors to a rescue shuttle. The round ends when the majority of survivors have been rescued or killed.
Okay, the next game mode is called Nest. So basically, the monster has a shit ton of eggs around the whole map, and the hunter's job is to destroy all the eggs to try and win the game. But of course, the monster's job is to again evolve up and then defend all the eggs. And to do this, of course, he needs to kill all the hunters. And one thing he can do, which is pretty cool, is actually hatch one of the eggs so a little monster fights by his side. And then to get it explained in more detail, of course, here's the actual tutorial video.
Monster eggs have been discovered in the area. The hunters are called in to destroy them. The alpha monster must defend the eggs and can even hatch one to gain a minion to fight at its side. The round ends when one team is eliminated, or all of the eggs and minion are destroyed.
Okay, the next main game mode is Defend. Basically, a ship is fueling and monsters are heading towards it to try and take it out. One of these players will be playing as the alpha monster, whereas all the other little monsters will be little minions computer controlled. Basically, there are a ton of generators allowing the ship to fuel, and the monsters are all out to destroy them. And if they destroy them all, they win. But if the hunters can kill the monster or hold off for long enough, they win.
In Defend mode, the transport ship is loaded with civilians and is fueling up. A horde of monsters, led by a Stage 3 Alpha, is inbound. The ship's fuel pad is protected by 2 reinforced walls, each powered by a single generator. Hunters have been called in to defend the generators until the ship can finish fueling. If the ship finishes fueling, or the Alpha monster is killed, the hunters win. If the ship is destroyed, the monster wins.
The last and final game mode is Evacuation. Now this is quite a big one since all 4 game modes that I've just shown come into one. Now, believe it or not, this is actually quite complicated. So basically, a ship is leaving in 5 days because the planet's become overrun of monsters. Each day represents one of the game modes being played, and it's also important to note that most of these are at random. So the first day might start off with a game of hunt, and then depending if the monster or the hunters wins will depend what will happen on the next day. So on the next day, it might be a game of nest, and if the monster won the previous game, then it might get the advantage of having extra wildlife to go against the hunters. So let's say after that game of nest, the hunters won. Because the hunters won that last round, they then get an advantage of there being less big wildlife for the monster to eat and also eat them. I know this game mode can be quite complicated. I may make a video in the future that explains just evacuation in detail, but for now here's the tutorial video so it says it a little bit better than I do.
In evacuation mode, the planet is overrun. All colonists are evacuating Sheer. The transport ship leaves in 5 days. The hunters must save as many lives as possible across those 5 days by eliminating the monster threat. The monster seeks only to destroy. Each day, players get to choose a mission. The outcome of each mission will affect the next in significant and unique ways. For example, if the monster destroys this power plant, the next mission will have radiation clouds, which will damage the hunters. If the hunters win, turrets will be powered up in the next map that will attack the monster. These are just 2 examples from a large variety of map effects that significantly impact gameplay from map to map. The winner of each mission will be granted bonus XP to be collected at the end of Day 5, where everything will be won or lost. Each additional playthrough of Evacuation results in different combinations of mission types, environments, and win-loss effects, totaling over 800,000 possible combinations for the ultimate in replayability.
Okay guys, that's been Grizzle Marine bringing you some more information on Evolve, which I am obviously insanely looking forward to. I hope you guys are as well. Leave a comment if you want to know anything else about the game or for future videos. Otherwise than that, subscribe for more Evolve content. And otherwise than that, it's me saying fucking goodbye.